there was like a song called Nice Guys Finish Last.
Really?
Nice guys finish last. That's why I'll treat you like trash. And it's like about these guys that are like trying to be like not nice guys so they'll get the girl.
Yeah.
Okay, but is the expression saying that they do eventually get the girl?
It's like, don't be the nice guy because women will walk all over you.
Wow, because I was reading it as like they finish last and like you want to finish last because like she'll end up with like you'll be the last person she ends up with.
Right. But you have to remember that all men want to do is finish.
They just want to. They just want to.
Hey, welcome back to the Yvette Show. I'm Yvette, as you know. Today we are going to be talking about a thing that is somehow still pervading society. It is the concept that nice guys finish last. Now, this is something that I feel like I heard growing up, and I feel like I haven't heard it so much recently, but the rhetoric is still there. It's kind of actually just like grown and doubled and exponentially turned into like incel culture. There's like an entire subset of people that you don't even realize they walk among us, and they like genuinely think I have to be mean to women so that they will date me. So that's crazy. This has come to my attention because I was at a party recently and there was a guy there who I don't know very well. He's like a friend of a friend of a friend. And we were like chit-chatting. It was like a house party and he's single and he's been single for a while. Note that. Put that in your brain. He starts telling me like, oh, I want to meet a girl tonight. And I was like, oh my God, amazing. Like we're at a full house party. Why don't you go speak to somebody here? There's plenty of beautiful women who all have jobs and seem nice. And he's like, no, you can't just like say hi to women. And I was like, oh no. And then I was like, no, I think you can. You can just like go and like just go up to them. And he's like, you can't just do that. Like you have to like, guy like me, like you really have to like, show up. Like you're gonna be, make your intentions known, like really off the bat. Otherwise you get friend zoned. And I was like, oh my God. No, they got your ass. They got your ass. I've never, God, I don't know who decided that, like, if you're nice to a woman that she'll make you their friend. Like, it's just so, anyway, he did not close any deals that night. I'm sure of it. But that's all to say that I was, like, pretty shocked that was, like, still something that people are thinking about. Like, oh, yeah, men have to like walk in with intention. It's just like, come on, like just what if we just say hi? What if we literally say hi? Like he wasn't saying I have to be mean to women explicitly, but the implication was like, I can't treat this woman like I would any other human being. I have to like pretend to be something else. You know what I will say? That rhetoric kind of exists on both sides. Like women a little bit also are told like on TikTok, like, oh, you have to like play hard to get and you have to like get and let him chase. And it's like, I mean, there is a little bit of truth to that, which is like, you can't be so overly interested in a guy that you are like covering up all the signals of like, is he interested in you? If that makes sense. But like you demonstrating interest in someone that likes you will not put them off. I think like in dating, we have gotten so far off the plot that we like forget that we're treating people. Like just like be normal. What if you like just be normal and then like if you keep hanging out and then it like turns into something then amazing. Boyfriend drop. When I met my boyfriend, I was like really hooking up with someone else. Fully not thinking about it at all. Like I was thinking like of him truly as a friend, like truly. But I mean, obviously like the vibes were there. I thought he was handsome, I mean, I wasn't really engaging with it because I was like, I actually thought that he was friend zoning me, but I just liked spending time with him. And then it naturally like evolved over the course of like a month. And then he was like, okay, wait, I kind of like you. And I was like, wait, what? He was nice to me the entire time. Like, even in that window, you know how I started actually getting a sense that I was like, maybe he does kind of like me? Well, he kept showing up where it was. So there is that. Like, I would text him, like, oh, I'm out with my friends. And he'd be like, okay, on my way. And I was like, okay. And he, like, invited me to his apartment for dinner once. And I remember I was sitting there with his roommate. But again, like, with his roommate. So I wasn't like, this is a date. It was just like we were hanging out. It was like low pressure. And he, I remember at one point he starts going, I don't really need women to have big tits. Like, I like them small. And I was like, are you obsessed with me? Like, that's what I was like, wait, are you saying that because you like my small boobs? Which was really nice of him. That was really nice of him. But the point is, like, he never like played those like weird games. Like, he was just like feeling out the situation and then just like overtly demonstrating interest. Like, when we first kissed, he was like, I'm attracted to you, and I like, if you want to be friends, it's totally fine. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't like as formulaic or as like whatever. It's just like I think we forget that like if you connect with someone, you just connect with them. And that does suck, to be honest, because you can't control it. Then it's like you just have to like meet a bunch of people and then hope that one of them is like your husband or whatever, feels like a chemistry there. Ugh. But anyway, I got into a relationship actually at the same time as one of my friends. And we were texting about it. And I was like, oh my God, girl, like what, like whatever, we're catching up. And I was like, tell me about him. And she goes, he's really kind. And I was like, dude, ain't that the truth? Like that's like a notable thing. Also, men have decided that if they treat you with even a shred of human decency and like sort of like a casual romantic situation, you will fall in love with them, which is fucked up and also a little bit true because other men have been so horrible that like if someone is like, here's a water, you're like, wait, this is the love of my life. Like, cause you're like, oh my God, he like really likes me. Like my boyfriend makes fun of me all the time because I'm like, cause he like literally yesterday, he was like, I hold the door for you. And you're like, this man, other men used to hit me. So this is really good. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The guys who were like douchey to me and mean, like, I guess I would engage with it when I had low self-esteem and I didn't know that there were other things out there. So there is that. But like, that was never going to be like a long-term relationship. So that's the other thing. It's like, do you really want to treat the mother of your children like a dog? And be like, yo, like, you really gotta, like, show women, like, assert your dominance or whatever the fuck they're saying. The Manosphere documentary really ruined my life. It's a bunch of men who are, like, exploiting women in a pornographic sense and, like truly behaving like pimps to, like, their online, like, to, like, OnlyFans girls, giving them, like, platforms to, like, and then belittling them and insulting them. And then their partners, they're all in one-sided open relationships with their partners. And they're like, yeah, I don't clean up. That's her job. It's like, what? And then they essentially cheat on those women, which is awesome. Anyway, I think there was a time when I responded to like men being evil. And I think it's because I underestimated that was like bad, if that makes sense. Like I thought that everyone at the end of the day cares about humanity, but it turns out they don't. Turns out that a lot of men just want to hit. And they're bad people. Let's not misconstrue. That's not a male thing. That is just that those specific people were literally bad people. So you have to like filter and you have to take things seriously. I think my one message for today is, boys, chill. Be nice. We always talk about how we don't treat women as people, and which is true, of course. I mean, and I'm an object, so I get that. But what we don't talk about is that we're also treating men like they're not people. We treat them like they're babies. We treat them like, oh, like he's a man. He's a man. He didn't text me back. He's a man. Like men aren't good at their phones. Men can't do the dishes. Men have blue sheet. Like whatever we decide is masculine. And then by claiming it as masculine, instead of being like, this is a really bad quality, then we totally excuse it. And I'm like, if we just said like, hey, if you tell someone you really like them and then essentially lie to sleep with them, and then don't even give them the human decency of like texting them after, or whatever the case may be, whatever iteration of that every girl has been through. Why don't we just say, hey, we're like, he's just a guy, such a classic guy. He's a guy, he's a player, whatever. You're a bad person. You're a bad person. If girls did that, we'd be like, ew, you're a bad person. Well, actually, no. If girls did that, we'd be like, yes. We'd be like, give it back to him. But the boys would be hurt by that. So don't do it. You know what's also funny? My friend broke up with her boyfriend recently. And I literally go, that's so powerful. Like literally, if a guy breaks up with a girl, I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, why would you lie to her? And how dare you lead her on? And you're wrong. Because also guys will break up with women and they'll be like, it's just, I'm so fucked up. Like, I can't be the partner that you need. And women break up with a guy and it's like, because he sucks. I think men can do better. I've seen it. And I think that we should all socially require it. I think that if a man is shitty, we should tell him, hey, you're being really shitty right now. Because I think a lot of women also, like, they'll just internalize it and they'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to stop eating and go to the gym or whatever. And, like, same. But, like, if we just say, hey, you're bad, this was wrong what you did, then they will learn and will squash this whole, like, self-perpetuating thing of that it's, like, okay to be, like, mean to people. Let's be nice. And then I think that maybe along the way, you might find the love of your life. Does that make sense? I think we did it. I think we killed that. Anyway, that's what I have to say about nice guys. It's more complex than you would think at the surface, but I think that the concept of like nice guys finish last is like so disgusting, and I hate it, and I think it should die in a fire. And all of the iterations of it as well. And if you're in a one-sided open relationship because you're in a manosphere situation, you're a bad person. And I hate you. Okay. Today, our guest is the incredible Olivia Carter. You guys, you love Olivia. You saw her on the Netflix Kevin Hart Funny AF show. She made it to the semifinals and she was so funny on it. And you've also seen her Instagram and whatever, but she's an amazing stand-up and she's so funny. I'm so glad to have her here. And I'm very curious what she's going to say about men. Anyway, Olivia, let's get into it. Welcome, Olivia.
They don't just take off their clothes and then get in the shower. They like wrap their towel around them and like wiggle off their clothes and then get in the shower, or they take off their clothes in the shower when it's like the most comfortable thing to do would be to take off all your clothes and then get in the shower. And I'm the only one that does that. And like, I'm a freak for showering the correct way. I'm a freak for not being ashamed of my body. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I like, but also like you can't be the one that gets, well, I guess you get naked though.
I'm the one that gets naked.
You're the one that gets naked.
Because I'm like, what am I going to do? Like,
not
be
get
more
naked?
Uncomfortable?
Yeah.
For like just the sake of what?
Also, like, who cares?
For the sake of what?
No, yeah.
And I thought that locker rooms weren't like that. Like most places you go are like people are too naked.
Right.
And like for some reason it's SoulCycle and like workout classes in general, I've noticed like girls are more like conservative and like don't want to show their body.
I think like the younger gen, like our parents were like drop trow, who gives a shit. Like my mom is like bush out in the locker room.
Bush out in the locker room.
And like I was always really embarrassed as a kid. I was like, oh my God, like she's like naked. And then I don't know, that's like an our gen thing. Like it's new, but you're right. We are like that.
They're like putting their towels on. I'm like, this is insane. Aren't your clothes all sweaty? You should just take that shit off. Just take them off.
And you're also wearing like spandex and stuff. It's like so crazy.
And there was one girl though who one time was too naked. Like she stood in the mirror and watched herself take off her clothes.
So there is a line.
There's like a line, and she like just like looked at her body in like a way that was like really self-indulgent, and then got like walked across the bathroom and got on the shower, and I thought that was weird. Like that was too much of a show. What I'm doing is it lasts 5 seconds. I'm taking off my clothes. It's a utility situation, and I'm getting in the shower. Then girls have to be like.
One time I went to a nude co-ed spa in Berlin.
Whoa.
That like cured my body dysmorphia in a way that I cannot even. I think we should be more naked around each other because it's like genuinely amazing.
Wait, it was co-ed, so you saw penis?
I saw penis. I saw a guy who had all balls, no penis. I saw every kind of penis.
All balls and no penis?
Huge.
He didn't have a penis?
I don't think he had a penis. I don't know. Maybe
or it was
got
really
tucked.
Small.
Something.
He has to have a penis.
No, surely he does, but
maybe he's got surgery.
And he was just out in the sauna, like, who gives a shit? And I was like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm trying to be like.
Did people look at your body?
No. It was totally unsexual. It was like the sanctity of the space.
Wow. Okay, also, I don't know if I want that. I'll be honest. I hate seeing like large groups of people naked, I will say.
Sure.
Like I don't want to be in a colony of naked people.
But have you tried it?
No.
That's the only time I want to do it.
I guess I grew up dancing, so like we were always changing all the time. So like when someone is insecure about changing, I don't really understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I went to summer all girls sleepaway camp, so it's like we were pretty naked. But I was the one that was like the least naked, I think, because I hit puberty late. So I like
were
didn't
ashamed of your
I was
body.
a little bit like I have no boobs.
Yeah, I mean, same. I'm still that way.
Right.
But like whatever. I did realize I was like, okay, maybe my bush makes people uncomfortable.
You go full?
Yeah, I have full bush. Good. But I'm also like really not hairy, so it's not that big of a deal.
It's like nothing and then bush.
It's like nothing and then bush. But I was like, maybe bush is bush inappropriate to have out?
No.
Really, what's more inappropriate is a bald
pussy,
because that is truly everything.
Yeah, and that feels more naked to me.
Yeah, you're fully naked,
but it is groomed, so it's like I'm ready for this moment.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was ungroomed. I wouldn't say I was walking around with like a dirty bushy bush. Like it was groomed.
It's just like regular bush.
But I did realize, and this is maybe TMI, and I don't know if we've started the podcast.
I think we've started the podcast.
Okay, this will be TMI. I did realize as I was changing that I was on my period, and I was like, it is possible that I have blood that people are witnessing.
Right, but they would have to be looking at it.
But even then, I didn't feel that bad about it because I was like, well, I'm going to shower anyways. I'm going to clean it off. It's a second. Anyway, so I'm ready to start the podcast. Okay. Let's do this.
Hey, Olivia, welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me. I'm blessed to be here.
We're so happy to have you.
It's a beautiful space.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. We love a neutral tone.
I feel like it's sponsored by Neutrogena or something.
I wish. Neutrogena, write that down.
Neutrogena.
Would love to have you.
That would be an incredible brand to collab with.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Because their products are really great.
Also, La Roche-Posay.
Who's the Roche-Posay?
It's
who's that?
You know what's so funny? I texted you the topic today, and you go, "What is that?" And I was like, just like a sentence, and you were like, "Oh, I thought it was like something that I missed."
I thought it was like a TV show or a book I didn't read. Well, but I know the expression "nice guys finish last." I just haven't thought of it in so long that I was like, "Is it back?"
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it back? I think that is the question. Did it ever leave? Is
nice
another
guys
question.
Finish last. I think I need to like really do a deep dive in what that actually means and where it came from.
Well, what does it mean to you?
Nice guys finish last. It makes me think of a YouTube video. There was like a song called "Nice Guys Finish Last."
Really?
It was on it was like I remember it came out like in middle school.
You're like, I don't know any TV, but I know a deep cut YouTube.
I know a deep cut YouTube video, and it's like "Nice guys finish last. That's why I'll treat you like trash." And it's like about these guys that are like trying to be like not nice guys, so they'll get the girl.
Yeah.
So I understand the trope is that like okay, but is the expression saying that they do eventually get the girl? And they end up with the girl because
nice guys finish last. Or well, actually, I mean that would be like a really nice read on it. But I think what it is it's encouraging men to like treat women poorly.
Oh, you're saying it's like a warning.
It's like don't be the nice guy because women will walk all over you.
Wow, I didn't read it as a warning.
I think that's how it's used.
Wow, because I was reading it as like they finish last and like you want to finish last because like she'll end up with like you'll be the last person she ends up with.
Right, but you have to remember that all men want to do is finish.
They just want to come. They just want to get that.
And so as quickly as they can get there.
Because I'm picturing it being like that which creates another negative thing, which is like men thinking they deserve it if they're nice, or something like that.
Yes,
so that's
is
where
true.
I took it. But I guess it could also be like a warning: don't be a nice guy.
Right. I think it's twofold. I think it is both of those things that you said. Like, if you're nice, that means that a woman won't take you seriously. But then also on the flip side, the guys who perceive themselves as nice get really pissed that women don't want to be with them because they're like,
nice.
But I was so nice to you, which is both of those things are ignoring the fact that women are people.
Totally.
And like maybe just aren't attracted to you.
Or pretending there's like a rule of any sort of there's any sort of truth to the world like that.
Right.
And then you sort of brush you can paint and go, this is the truth, is really weird. And like, are you an idiot? What are you talking about?
Yeah, because it's like the thing of human relationships. It's like you can't really do that. It's all like chemicals and pheromones and like your relationship with your dad.
And I don't know, but it's hard because I generalize about men and I try not to. So it makes sense that there's generalizing about us.
I know.
And there probably is patterns, especially with your age. Like, all women seem to be this way. Because we probably there's times in your life where you are just trying to be like everybody else. So then it could feel like all the women are the same. And I've definitely felt like all men are the same at points in my life.
Like, what do you mean?
Like when I first started dating, I remember being like, everything is the same. The way it goes is the same. The way that I date is the same with every person.
Right.
But then it's just more of an age thing where you're like, both people don't actually know how to date. So they're just sort of like following rules that they think are true.
Right.
Or something like that.
Right. And then they don't.
I don't know if what I said made sense.
I think it makes sense. I think that's actually very profound.
Thank you.
And astute, in fact.
Thanks.
Do you think that men are kind?
I think it depends on the man.
I agree. And
I don't think I can legally say that men are trash anymore. Like,
I know,
make grandiose statements because I have a boyfriend now.
Boyfriend you like.
So it's like, actually, it makes him mad when I say that stuff. So I can't say that stuff.
Oh, so he is trash. Let a woman speak.
What the hell?
No, honestly, I feel like, so like I was like, men are a certain way, men are a certain way. And then I met my boyfriend and I was like, men are not a certain way. And oh shit.
And maybe we were manifesting all the men we date being a certain way. Because we're all dating the same kind of guys.
I agree.
And that's why I understand, like, when guys have dated a bunch of shitty women, I'm like, I get why you think all women are like that, because those are what all the women that you've dated are like.
Right, but you also have to, like, look at this. I think there are so many indicators that we don't take seriously when we're young that then
totally
beget the bad
I mean,
people.
yes. I mean, who's choosing the correct person in their 20s, early 20s?
No one's doing that.
Also, like, there are narratives like this, nice guys finish last, that just screw up the whole thing because you're not even acting like yourself because you're trying to be like a bro or something.
Right.
Or I don't know. I mean, that's also not quite true because then I think about like frat culture and I'm like, those guys are maybe the worst people in the world.
Totally.
And like, I remember like my friends dating them and being like, these are the worst people ever and they are all the same. And for that, I am sorry to generalize about frat boys.
But their whole thing is conforming to be a frat boy.
Yes, and there are rules they follow where they're like, I think they tell each other how to treat women. Like, they all treat them the same because they're all telling each other how to treat them.
Right, and they're like, they get like clout for being like, yeah, come over, like, and I'm hooking up with like a bunch of women at the same time and I'm being mean to you, like.
Yeah, like, there's definitely a thing that feels good, I think, in fucking a lot of women.
Did you ever have a hoe phase?
Not particularly, no. Like, I think maybe briefly there was one, but it wasn't on the scale in which I think hoe phases are at.
I concur. I had a similar.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I'm so crazy. It was
like I went on a date.
Yeah, literally like kissed a guy and I was like, I'm nuts. Yeah,
I also didn't have sex till I was like 24. So there was just an era where I just had like sex 4 times in a row and was like, yeah, I'm a whore.
Well, yeah, after 0.
Yeah, so it's like,
wait, why did you? Why?
I don't know. I think I just was really religious, and then like I just wasn't like feeling like it was too much pressure. And then like in college, I just didn't like care about any of the guys that was around, and I didn't really want to date. And then
Where'd you go to college?
Kansas State University.
Okay.
So like, yeah, why would you date a guy there? And then like I graduated and it was COVID and I was like, okay, now I need to have sex because now it's weird. Like, I feel like in college there are other friends of yours that are virgins and it's not that weird.
Sure. I mean, in Kansas City.
I mean, yeah, everyone's pretty religious, a lot of farm kids, okay? So it wasn't like that bizarre.
You don't even have options. Like, you don't even have people to hook up
There was
with.
like one guy and he like already had a girlfriend, you know?
Right.
So it's like, wasn't that bizarre that I was a virgin because like people around me were. And then like once I graduated and was like a person in the world, I was like, okay, now it's weird that I'm a virgin. And then I just like met a guy that I worked with and we started dating.
Sure.
Yeah. But
was he mean?
No, he was actually like the sweetest guy I've ever dated, actually. I started off strong and then I took a big miss after that.
Well, wait, okay, tell me about the miss.
Okay, so I think I dated him and it was a classic first relationship where you're both like really sweet, but like obviously your intention, like you don't really know how to date somebody and like you're just kind of like kids and like it's not actually a real relationship.
Sure.
So it's like wasn't actually a real relationship. Like it was like maybe 3 months of my life. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, now I know.
But also 3 months at that point feels like.
It felt like forever. I was like, this is the
like,
longest relationship I'll ever be in.
Yeah. It's like, well, 3 months. That's a semester.
Wait, when did you lose your virginity?
18.
Wow.
I know. Horror.
Horror. I mean, you were a legal adult.
Yeah. My mom did find out.
Really? Mm-hmm. What'd she say?
She was like, "You're being reckless. Your behavior's reckless." Yeah.
That's a crude word.
And then I went, "Mom, there's no way you were 18 when you lost your virginity. I know you were way younger." And then she started laughing, and then I was like, "Got her ass."
Wait, really? How did you know that about her?
I just had a feeling. She had like a boyfriend in high school for a while.
Wow.
So I think like maybe like 3 or 4 years of high school. So I'm like,
whoa.
You were like 15, 16. Like, I promise.
Wait, so she started laughing and then did you laugh?
And then I laughed and then all was well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And was she like worried you're going to get an STD or get pregnant? Like, what was the deal?
Oh, because I had a really terrible boyfriend.
Oh, so she was like, this guy wasn't the guy.
Yeah, because he was like a drug addict.
Uh-huh. But you're like, Mom, that's hot.
Yeah.
She gets it.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I don't know.
How did she find out?
This is really bad.
What? You made a porn?
No. Okay, so the first time that I had sex, my hymen didn't break.
Okay, I didn't know that was supposed to happen.
What?
I don't think that ever happened to me.
Oh. The second time I had sex, it did.
Okay. So the first time you had sex, your mom didn't find out. The second time?
The second time she did find out because of...
There's the blood? Okay, and it was like a lot of blood?
There was blood on a blanket in the living room because you
did it in the living room?
In the living room.
And couch. You couldn't hide the blanket?
I was 18 and stupid and drunk, I think.
Right.
And I put the blanket in like the family hamper. Mm-hmm. And I was like, she's not going to like look at the blanket. She'll just put it in the laundry. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to like wash it because I was like, well, it's the middle of the night. It'll be like loud. She'll know. Mm-hmm. I should have just washed it and then been like, I spilled something.
You're too young to know that you need peroxide to get out blood. You know, that took me like maybe 25 years to learn.
I am learning that right now.
The peroxide. You have to put peroxide, pure peroxide, on your underwear after you have your period. Does it bleach? No, it just takes it. You literally watch it leave, and then you run water on it and it washes it out. But you didn't know that because you were 18.
I'm gonna go home and do that to everything.
Yeah, every woman should have peroxide under their sink for these kind of situations.
Jesse, don't let me forget to get peroxide. Write that down.
Yeah, so it's like if you knew that, you could have easily fixed it, but you didn't know. So it's not your fault.
Oh my God.
You didn't know about peroxide?
I know, I didn't know about peroxide.
It's life-changing. I mean, I bleed through. I'm always bleeding.
Oh no, I've ruined every pair of underwear.
I've ruined every pair of underwear, every sheets, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, peroxide.
I'm on a new birth control. I'm bleeding 2 weeks of the...
Isn't that terrible? I'm like, is this a miscarriage? Why am I bleeding so much? Seriously, every time I have my period, I'm like, I'm having a miscarriage.
Totally.
There it goes.
Do you ever think about the fact that being a woman is a chronic illness?
I do think about how I think more people should be thinking about it. Like our periods. I think that should be like...
It should be like top of mind.
I think it should be like something that when people say they have a cold, like I think like at work, I think you should be able to say I'm on my period as casually.
Yeah.
Because it informs a lot of things.
Oh my God, yeah. Because I'm like literally in physical pain and like losing my mind.
Yeah, and I think like anytime I'm on my period, I want my boyfriend to feel really bad about it.
Yeah, and it's also his fault.
It's his fault. Why didn't you get me pregnant this month?
I think anytime you're in physical pain of any sort, regardless, or any discomfort whatsoever, it is your boyfriend's fault.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if I agree with that, but for sure when I'm on a period.
You're going, wait, I'm the problem.
Okay, so I'm sorry your mom found out when you're 18. I'm trying to think about when I was having sex. So I was still living in my parents' house because I just graduated college.
Sure.
And I think it was like a few months before I moved out. And my boyfriend would come over. And I think she mentioned something about finding my underwear in the basement, but it was like more of a joke than like an actual confrontation because I was 24 and it's like,
come on.
it doesn't matter. Yeah. So it never.
But they were religious, but they didn't care.
I mean, I wore a purity ring in college, and I think like they wanted us to or something, but I think by the time they were very good at it, they were very strict growing up, and then the second we were adults, they sort of accepted that we were out of their control, and I think they like don't pass a lot of judgments about what our lifestyles are now. Huh. I think they was just out of control.
They just wanted to like get you through the tough part.
Yeah, they're like, this whatever happens next is not our fault.
And then they're right.
Which is probably true. I mean, they still judge our life choices, but not in a way that they like say out loud. It's just sort of figured out through their vibe and tone. So like, I think it's fine. I think my sister waited till she was married to have sex.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
And I think my brother. I mean, this is sharing a lot of information. I mean, it could also be a Kansas thing where you like just date someone you marry.
Right. Well, there's only 3 people, so it's a pretty simple decision.
Yeah, it's like the girl that has boobs is mine.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
She's not my cousin.
The girl who likes me. Yeah.
She likes me.
Literally the girl who likes me will be the one.
Done.
Duh.
Love it.
And that is simple. And sometimes I do wish, like, I think there is something beautiful that people like have only had sex with one person their whole life, and it's their husband or their wife, and that's the Christian in me that thinks that that's beautiful.
I think I hear that and I go, ugh.
Really? Yeah, I think
makes
that's
me feel
nice.
sad.
Sometimes I go, anytime I'm dating someone, I go, I wish I saved it for you.
Really?
And they think that's nice.
And then they go, okay.
They go, oh, that's nice. You can say that because I didn't, so it's okay.
So it doesn't matter.
It's not that
They're
weird.
like, that's a sweet thought that you have.
That you have.
Yeah. If a guy was like, I saved it for you, I'd be like, okay, I don't want it. Thank you.
Yeah, I do think it is better coming from a woman for sure.
Yeah, can you imagine a guy being like that?
Yeah.
But from a woman too, it's like.
No, I think that's hot from a woman.
Okay.
Because of sexism.
Yeah.
But from a man, I'd be like, what? No one liked you?
Right. Because also men are so horny that it's like, can you just. One time I met a guy who was 30.
30?
And virgin.
30 years old.
He was 30? No, religious
disgusting.
and a virgin. And he came up to me after a show. And he was like, I want to be so clear about this, the hottest person I've ever seen in my life. Like, really cookie cutter, hot guy. And then he was like flirting with me and like walked me home. And then was like, by the way, at one point he said like, I'm a virgin. And I was like, oh. But then at that point I was like, well, now I want to have a conversation about this because I'm curious as to like what's going on in your brain and I'm never going to see you again. So then we like talked about it and he was like, it was just like religious for him. But I was like, you should just have sex. Like, I think you're going to like it. I actually, you know what I really felt? I was like, he's going to have sex for the first time and be like, that's it. Like,
he's gonna be disappointed.
It's gonna be so disappointing.
How old was he? 30?
30.
Okay.
But he told me that he had done everything
you?
but.
Is that why he walked you back?
Yeah, he was flirting.
Were you wanting to take his virginity?
No.
Some people think that's hot.
I don't want to do that.
Been into that.
That's
I know.
Too much.
I would have felt. I don't like that.
I don't like that, but also
I don't like conducting.
Yeah, and our values are too far apart. Like,
they're
it's
too
just
different.
Nothing's gonna.
Well, that's crazy. I hope he found the right lady for him. I'm sure there's a fine lady out there who's saving herself.
Yeah,
they'll find each other.
That person.
I think they'll figure it out. I think it'll probably be bad the first time.
Yeah, and then it gets better.
And then they'll figure it out. I'm like not that worried about him.
Also, like if you're like in love, it's fine.
Yeah, honestly.
Like
sometimes like I don't really regret anything about any sex that I've had. I regret when I realized like I didn't need to have sex. Like I don't regret dating anyone because it's like, okay, I even though some of them sucked, I'm like I made that choice and I really liked them and we dated. But sometimes I regret hooking up with people who I'm like, I didn't even really like you. Like you weren't even dating.
Totally.
Like, why did I do that?
I had that moment in like I think I was still like a senior year of college. I remember I went on this date with this guy and he was like an adult person in the world and I was like home in New York for some reason and whatever, we like went on a second or third date and I like went home with him because it felt like it was just the thing I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then afterwards I was like, I'm never doing that again.
It feels really bad.
I felt so bad. I was like, that was just meaningless. And I only did that because it just was like,
it feels like you should. Also, people have this like narrative that's like, you're young, you need to get out there and live your life. And people associate that with like getting laid.
Yeah.
But it's like,
you can just kiss, by the way. And
you can just kiss. Also, like getting out there and living your life doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be dating someone to be doing that.
You can also just take a pottery class.
Yeah, being alone, being with your friends. But there is such a narrative that like, you're not going to look this way forever. You got to get out there.
And you got railed.
You got to get railed. And it's really not as valuable as old people will like to tell us.
I think it's just because they're unhappy with the people that they chose.
Yeah,
they're
you just chose the wrong person.
A lot of people. Yeah, and you're like, oh, wait. So tell me about the bad guys you dated.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the person I dated after my first boyfriend was like maybe like almost 10 years older than me or something like that. Classic.
Okay, perfect.
Classic.
That's like such a rite of passage.
Classic. And he knew that I'd only had sex once before. And I think that he really took advantage of that. And like, I totally thought that like sex was one way because it's the way that he told me it was.
Yeah.
Versus like the first person I had sex with, we both hadn't had sex. So it was like we both didn't know what we were doing in a way that was like pretty simplistic and pure. And then the other guy was so much older than me and was so much more experienced, and he was just basically like taking advantage of like how little I knew about sex.
Ew.
And it took me like years to realize that. And now I'm like, that's disgusting. And he would always like make comments like, is this gross? And I'm like, if you're asking that, it's probably gross.
There was a period also where everyone was like, anal, hitting, choking.
Yeah, everyone was talking about choking in like 2021. Everyone was talking about choking.
Obsessed with choking.
Like, and so you were like, oh, okay, so that's
I would say even like
what
2018.
Yeah. It started then.
I
don't know why.
No.
Is there a show on or something that was really kinky?
Maybe 50 Shades of Grey?
Maybe 50 Shades of Grey. Like, I don't know what the narrative was. In order to be good at sex, you have to be kinky.
Yeah. Or like to be like a cool girl, you have to be like crazy like that.
Like, even thinking about it makes me feel gross.
I still like have a little bit of that in me where I'm like, I'm not a good sexual partner unless we're like
doing something,
slapping and biting.
Yeah,
but that's just like one genre of the thing. Like there's so many ways to do it.
Yeah, it's like making sweet potatoes. It's like these different ways to prepare them. At the end of the day, it's just a potato,
and the potato's good.
And the potato's fine with some butter on it.
Yeah, you can just keep it simple. Like that's good.
You don't have to smack the potato around.
Yeah,
and stab it.
And if you're in love with the potato, it'll taste good anyway.
It'll taste good no matter what.
Yeah,
exactly. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So that was like the first like bad relationship, and I think that it took a lot. I think I'm still processing that relationship because I was just so young. And then also just so inexperienced.
Yeah. That's like the crazy part.
And then I tried to like correct it. And the next guy I dated, I was like, okay, so this last boyfriend clearly hated me.
Yeah. Well, that's
punch
also
me in the face all the time.
It's such a rite of passage to date a guy that hates your
literally
guts.
Hated me, fully sleeping with other women, just had no idea, just pretending like that wasn't happening. Just a really bad alcoholic.
Perfect.
Really bad person. Like
yeah,
an insane. Someone I wasn't even attracted to, just like maybe like classic 23-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah,
I think he came to Thanksgiving once, and my parents still talk about it.
And they go, "Why did you do that?"
Yeah, and the way that goes, I go, "You can actually never talk to me about this again." Like, yeah, it's best if I die never thinking about this again.
Yeah, like we have to compartmentalize that. I have like a boyfriend I dated for a full year, and I genuinely am just like, nope, like block that out, block out the whole thing.
Every time
that was my longest relationship. He hated me.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've dated so many men that have hated me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you're funny and you're smart and you're beautiful.
Well, also like I hated me.
Oh, true. Wait, me too.
Yeah. So I hated me.
I also thought that like that was love.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think also part of me was like trying not to be corny. Like I was like, yeah, like we don't have to be sweet to each other. Like that's corny and basic. Like you can hate me.
I'm like, no, it's actually better that you hate me.
Yeah, this is like more real.
Yeah. I like genuinely was like, I don't want to go on dates.
Yeah.
When I was 23. I was like, I'm not like other girls. Like I don't need to like go on dates.
Yeah, you're trying to be cool.
Yeah, or like something. And then he wanted to go on dates. And I was like, No, just like come over.
So do you ever see him? Do you ever talk to him? Do you still talk to your exes?
No.
I don't either. I'm actually weirded out by people that do.
I guess I like thought that it was a point of pride to talk to your exes. Like I thought it meant that you were
really mature.
Yeah, like like we've hooked up, whatever. Like I'm better than this. Like I can treat you like a person. But this actually hit me the other day. Like I was talking to someone and we were talking about she's friends with my ex and my ex whatever guy who something weird happened with. I don't know. But I was like, oh, I hope that I can like be friends with him one day. Like, that would be nice to have him back in my life. And she literally looks at me and she goes, why? And I genuinely in that moment went, why?
Yeah, like, why, though? What
like, actually, why?
What do you have to talk about?
I have, like, that chapter is closed. Like, we did it. It's done. Like,
it's
I have
over.
So many amazing people in my life. I don't need that.
No, I think it's like some people are like trying too hard when they're still friends with their ex. I'm like, we get it. You're mature.
It's like, be immature. Who cares?
Also, I think it's more mature to just be like, yeah, what would I ever have to say to this person again?
Right.
And like, also, it is weird. It is weird. Like,
it's weird. Like, sorry, we were in love and then now we're going to just be like, hey, how's your life?
No, I think it's really like the closest like I've ever gone to that is maybe someone I've hooked up with once or twice.
Yeah.
That was like a friend.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, that actually part of like we tried to indulge that part of our relationship, but it's actually like not compatible.
Yeah.
Is the only thing I can think of.
That I have, yeah.
Like that's the only thing that makes sense. And like, yes, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's like, it's not like the other way around where it's like we had a romantic chemistry and now we're trying to make it friends.
Yeah.
I think that's weird.
That's crazy.
You have enough friends. Also, like, do you need another male friend?
No.
Like, do you need a male friend that you dated that wasn't who you thought they were?
No, literally, who lied to you, like, and
this is my friend who was bad to me.
Yeah, we're just like friends though now.
Yeah, like I also don't really love when people I date are friends with their exes.
Yeah, like if
that always bothers me.
Which because like what is that?
I don't know what that is, and I don't think my boyfriend now is friends with any of his exes.
Sure.
So that's cool.
How'd you guys start dating? Because you guys were do people know who he is?
Yes, he's a stand-up comedian in Vegas.
We both know him.
Yeah, you guys went to high school together.
Yeah, we went to high school together. So I really was like,
wait, what was he like in high school? Tell me everything. He says that he was like a punk loner who did drugs a lot.
That's exactly correct. He played music.
I would have had such a crush on him.
Yes, you'd be like, that's my guy.
That's my guy. Yeah, he played music.
Yeah, we were like in the same theater like program kind of. Like there was like a theater elective and we both did that. And he did the music part and I did like the theater part.
Whoa.
So I like knew who he was.
Was he like, did people think he was hot?
No.
No one thought he was hot?
No one thought he was hot.
Even though he was really tall?
Yeah, no one thought I was hot either.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So.
No one thought Yvette and Nick were hot in high school?
No.
Are you serious?
But the people that people did think were hot aren't really that hot anymore. That's kind of, there's a lesson in that.
You hear that?
Hear that, high schoolers?
What was the name of your high school?
Mamaroneck High School.
Hear that, Mamaroneck? You're all ugly.
MHS? Fucking twats.
What was the name?
Mamaroneck?
Oh, Mamaroneck.
Mamaroneck.
I have a hard time with it, but Nick talks about it a lot. Mamaroneck.
Have you been back? Have you visited?
Well, yeah. Like we drove through it, and he's always like, "We got to go to this place," and then we go to a place or something.
That's a big.
Yeah, people are love to show you their hometown
and be like, "This place is amazing."
This place, and then you're like, "Okay."
And you're like, "Yay,
yay,
good job."
Yeah, he seemed to be like. I mean, a classic male narrative is divorced parents.
Oh, they love to hold on to
a classic arc. So I think that he had that arc of darkness
in high school.
Okay, which is why he was doing drugs and like kind of a loner.
But like drugs, music. Like he was smoking weed?
No, I think he was doing like other stuff.
Oh, there were actually some bad drugs.
I think he was doing that stuff.
Like the really bad ones?
I think he did heroin. I mean,
yeah, there was a heroin contingent.
I think that he was doing that stuff.
He was friends with those people.
I think he was doing that stuff. Yeah, and I think that he was instigating most of the stuff. Like,
he was really bad.
I think so. I mean, that's what he says. Like, what we actually know, we don't know because everyone has a different idea of who they were.
They were like, that was the craziest thing about my high school. Like, it's such an affluent community and whatever. And then there was just like a group of people that like we knew that we were like friends with, whatever. And they low-key just started doing like pills, like Percocets, whatever. And then it turned into heroin.
Yeah, I think.
And then one of our friends died.
Yeah, and like he was in like a band, and now every other person in that band is trans except for him, I think.
That tracks. I haven't kept track of the rest of the band, but yeah, I remember liking the band a lot.
Yes.
They were very good.
Yes, and now they're all women or men now. And Nick is the one that's really stayed true.
But it was all boys at the time.
Yes, and now they're all women.
Mm-hmm.
Nick has this thing in his life where he's just friends with a lot of like trans people find him.
He's trans friendly.
He's trans friendly.
That's a nice quality.
He's been accused of being an egg, which is a term I just learned about.
What is that?
An egg is someone who is trans but doesn't know it yet. Like they haven't hatched. They're an egg.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can never know, but I don't know if I would say
No,
that
I don't
for
think
him.
so either. And like Nick has like a lot of like interesting like journeys with gender and like exploring that. I'm like, I think that he knows who he is.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
Like I think if he was trans, he would just be trans. Or if I think he was gay, he would just be gay.
Right.
And I think I'm the same way. Like there's no mystery. It's like we've tried. We are who we are.
We're good. Yeah, we've landed.
We've landed on what we are now.
Exactly. It's like whatever is over.
Because I get accused of being gay all the time. People are constantly
Thinking
saying
that you're gay. Well, people love to say that women are gay because they want you to be
especially comedians.
gay. Like girl comedians? Or
Female
boy-
comedians
female-
are accused of being lesbians a lot.
Well, oh, yeah. Well, you have like, can I say, a deep voice?
I have a deep voice.
And sort of like just like just a pretty...
When I wear hats, people call me sir.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
But you're very feminine.
I think so too. That's why it surprises me.
I'm shocked.
But anyways, that's different from the lesbian thing.
Yeah.
I think the lesbian thing is just sort of like I'm friends with a bunch of lesbians and queer people that I sort of just like I know the music and I like dress like them and I'm like in the culture.
I guess to be fair, you are, yeah.
I am culturally lesbian.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I understand it. And
you have a trans boyfriend.
And I have a trans boyfriend. And like he's called gay all the time. Like we're both called the other thing all the time. And it's like I don't Some people are like insecure about that though. They don't want a boyfriend who's like ever experimented or like seems gay. But I actually have always found that really attractive.
Me too. I think that's hot.
I think it's hot that you're like really secure with who you are, that you can be like, yeah, I tried to date a guy, it didn't work or something.
Right. Or just like I had this urge and then I wanted to try it and now I'm like here with you. Yeah. And that's great.
I think it's like a turn off when someone's like, I would never, I'm not gay.
I have a bit about this now in my set too, where it's like some guys are like, oh, my butthole, ew. And I'm like, you're gay.
Yeah, it sounds gay.
If you just shut it off that completely, I'm like, well, something's up.
It's also like weird to just be so serious.
Yeah.
Why are you being so serious about being gay?
Yeah, it's also not that deep.
It's not that deep.
Like you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, they should like just try telling people they're gay for a week and see how it feels. And it'll probably feel the same.
Right.
They should do that.
That's actually such a good, interesting
just tell people you're gay for a week and see how everything is the same.
Yeah. And then that'll like squash your internalized homophobia.
It'll squash everything. Or it'll be treated differently in a way that makes you really think.
Right. Exactly. Wait, so Nick is nice to you, presumably?
Yes. We started dating because I DM'd him.
Really?
Yes.
Did you meet from around the scene?
Like, okay, so I'm trying to think about when we first met. I remember the first time we met. He doesn't remember the first time we met. I remember the first time we met. It was at Union Hall like 3 or 4 years ago. And he walked in and I thought he was really hot, like immediately.
Sure.
And he had like bleached hair and I thought that was cool.
Right.
Which he remembers as like a bad look, but I thought it was hot.
Right.
And then we talked for a while with friends, but I think he was either engaged or had a girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, there was a point in his life when he was in fact engaged.
It might have been like post-engagement break-off, rebound relationship. He might have been in the rebound relationship
Oh,
era.
I remember that.
So I think I met him then, so there wasn't like a flirtation, but I thought he was really hot.
Yeah.
And then like I think I remember asking about him like a few months later with someone brought him up. I was like, oh yeah, it's like, does he have a girlfriend? And someone was like, yes, he's dating a poet. I'm so happy for him. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then a couple years passed, and then I was like, I got out of a bad relationship, and I was like, I really want to like just ask somebody out who I think is hot. Like I think that'll feel good. So then I just asked Nick out, and then we ended up dating, which was like the first date.
Wait, so you slid and you were like, I want to go out with you?
I DM'd him my phone number.
Let's go.
I said, you can use this to ask me out.
That's so awesome.
It was really thrilling.
That's like the coolest thing I've ever heard.
I
in my
recommend
life.
asking someone out. It's a thrill.
Wait, so this is actually a really great example. Okay, so everyone that I know, including myself, that's like in a relationship, it didn't go the way that all of those rules said that things had to go.
Oh yeah, that they have to like be obsessed with you and like want to ask you out.
They have to chase you. It has to be this. Like they have to make their intentions known. Like whatever. Yeah. It's like, no, you liked each other. He thought you were interesting. You guys went on a date. It went well. You like.
Yeah.
It's not.
The slow build was like I don't even think he really liked me that much for a minute.
Really?
I think it took time to build for both of us.
Well, also, I mean, if you guys have both been in sort of like relationships.
Yeah. Like every time we went out, I was like, this will be the last time.
That's so funny. And then when did that change?
I guess we just kept seeing each other more consistently in a way that was like, okay, we're either probably going to date or there's going to be a conversation where it's like, we have to stop seeing each other now. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, we're either going to date or we're not. And then there was like a moment where I was leaving town and he was going to watch my cat.
Yeah.
And after he watched my cat, I was like, he's probably going to stop seeing other people now. And like, and that's what happened. So suddenly he was more available. And then we like started dating more consistently. And then it was like maybe like 3 months. Like it was like 3 months of dating like that. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend on Mother's Day.
Okay, mommy. He said, mommy, will you be my girlfriend?
He's like, don't think about that too much. And I'm trying to think about, it was something else was tied in. Like we started dating either like on someone's, like maybe his mom's birthday or his dad's birthday. And then we started actually dating on Mother's Day.
Hilarious.
There's something weird there.
There's a lot of mommy stuff.
There's a lot of mommy stuff.
But you sound like so secure right now.
Oh yeah, we are secure for sure.
No, but like even like all those things I think would maybe like get to me a little bit and you're just like, whatever.
Well, I don't know. We've talked about it a lot.
At the time were you like
at the time I remember I didn't like hearing that for like a while we were seeing each other, he was seeing other people.
Okay.
Because I was like, I mean, I knew that, but you didn't have to like tell me that.
Right. And he's like, I'm a good communicator.
Yeah. Like,
you're like, okay.
I think that guys feel guilty and then they feel the need to share. And it's like when you're sharing, you're actually just putting it on me. And now I feel weird about it where you could have just
it's like, I didn't really need to
sort
know.
of quietly let that go.
Yeah.
You know, because also I'm like, I personally don't like to date a bunch of people at one time. It's like overwhelming to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I don't enjoy that. Like the scheduling wise, like I'd rather just focus on one person.
Well, if I'm like dating, if I'm hooking up, it's like who cares? I'm not looking for anything from those people. But yeah, if I'm like dating someone, it's like I either like you or I don't like you.
Even like hooking up with multiple people, I just don't. I'm really not a scheduler. It's too much for me. It's too much for me. I have to balance friends, my own alone time, and like booty calls. I just can't do that.
No, it's too,
I do one at a time.
And like stand up is very demanding.
Stand up is very demanding.
We can't be doing this.
We can't be doing that. Mm-mm. So I kind of like wasn't seeing anyone and kind of knew that he was. And like I think that was maybe annoying for like a month and then I just kind of forgot about it.
Right. And then obviously it turned into being together.
Well, I mean, once we were dating, it was like, yeah, that's annoying that you were like hooking up with people, but it doesn't matter. Like we weren't dating.
Right.
I can't actually be mad at you.
Right. You're like, well,
just a thing that I know. that one day that I thought we would like each other, you're actually seeing somebody else.
It is kind of a mind fuck of like modern dating. Like,
I know it is because everyone does do that.
Yeah, I mean, I like to be honest, like when I started dating me and my boyfriend, like we were hanging out like as friends, kind of like nothing happened between us. No one made a move. It wasn't romantic. It was just for like a month, and I was fully hooking up with other people.
Yeah, and it's like a weird cloud over like you think about your time like kind of like falling into liking and then loving and it's like, oh, I forget that like you know like you were like, oh yeah, I was seeing Jared at the time or something.
Yeah,
like
fully.
that.
But I mean that feels so irrelevant. I have to like genuinely remind myself of that because I'm like that was so, and he knew too. But like
it really doesn't have anything to do with the other.
Yeah, it's just like it takes time to get to know. I think the narrative that we're supposed to have is like he saw me from across the room and he knew, but it's like that's not how humanity works. And I think we're old enough that like, you know, that your first impression of people isn't necessarily the right one. So like when you see someone, you're attracted to them, that's all you know.
Yeah.
All you know is I like this person from what I know, which is nothing.
Yeah. You didn't know that you're going to be in love.
No, exactly. It's like, then it evolves and you're like, oh shit. Like this was like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as I like learned more about him, well, then when he made a move, it was no to everybody else. Then I was like, oh, cool, we're done.
Yeah, I also feel like at the beginning, like, I was the one chasing. And then once we started dating, I feel like he started chasing me more. And then, like, then we were in love. And then it was, like, all kind of, like, equal.
Right.
But, like, I think in the past relationships, it was just me chasing them. And then there being no chase back. So I feel more secure knowing that we both tried to get the other one. Even like when we started, because once we started dating, I was actually able to like set rules of like, I don't like this and I don't like this. And like even my boyfriend, like I don't want to deal with that.
Like
and
what?
Then, just like, I don't know, like random, like I'm like, you have to make an effort like every day. And you have to like romance me and stuff.
That's so funny.
And like respond to me when I text you. Just like stuff that you can't really say when you're not dating someone.
Well, was he not doing those things before?
Before it was like casual. It was like he'd text me when he'd text me, like whatever. And I was like, well, he's not my boyfriend. He doesn't really owe me like prompt messaging.
Sure.
And then once we started dating, I was like, I mean, I can't be in a relationship where this is a thing and this is a thing. And then like he had to like sort of change. And he like grew a lot as a person when we were in our relationship.
Sure.
Like he's now very like loyal and like devoted to me. But when we were first dating, he obviously wasn't like that.
That's so interesting. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But
crazy.
yeah, no, I saw because you were in the Netflix thing, the Kevin Hart Funny AF.
Yes, I was.
You did so well on, by the way.
Thanks, queen.
And I'm so happy for you.
Thanks,
and,
girl.
It was really, that show was so crazy because like I don't know if I could have done anything on that. But like
it was a lot.
You did so well.
Thanks,
and it was,
girl.
I was just like watching it from home, just like, go Olivia.
Yay, thanks.
But the one thing that was so funny was when you did your last set and it panned to Nick so many times to the point where I was like, do they know that that's her boyfriend?
No, they honestly, I was thinking about that recently because he was so nervous watching me that he just like looked so serious.
And he was like locked in. He was like,
I'm like, if people like were watching this who like, most people probably thought this guy was pissed off at my set. And
no,
then,
it didn't look like that.
Like, I thought it looked like he was mad. Like he was like,
really? I thought it looked like he was just so invested.
Okay.
And
good.
then at the end, he was like, he was like so
I actually haven't watched it, so I don't know. I just have seen clips of it. And the one I'm thinking about is like, I have like a joke about my boyfriend eating me out or something, and like
right,
it pans to him
thing.
and he looks like really pissed. But I think he's just locked in. Yeah, I don't know. I think they did that on purpose. I mean, they knew where my family was sitting and where my boyfriend was sitting.
Oh, okay. So then they did.
They kept doing that on purpose.
It is just like so funny though to like pan to your boyfriend and then like not acknowledge it, and then we all just know.
I know, it's so funny. And then when they did the finals, me and Winston, who got eliminated in that episode, had to go to the finals.
Yeah.
And we had to sit in the front row, and the whole entire time they had a camera on us.
I don't think they cut to you though, did they?
I think they did like twice.
Really?
Yeah. Someone told me like, you look good on camera or something like that. But it was like that was kind of evil because we were like, we just want to like relax. Like we're not
like,
in the competition anymore.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we better not look bitter. Like we better not look like we're not enjoying this.
Yeah, be like,
yeah. So we're like, we had to like plaster smiles on our faces. You're
like, I love this set.
But it's like, honestly, I just wanted to sit and watch, and like I felt so nervous for them. Like I was like, I don't want to like just like be plastered smiled.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was quite an experience.
Yeah, that was crazy. Can I just say I hate roasts, and the one that you did, like your set on that roast, I thought was like joke for joke, like the best roast I've ever seen.
Thank you.
It was phenomenal.
I put like a lot of work into it.
It was so
I was
good.
mentally ill for months about it.
Yeah.
Like I woke up and thought about it every day for like 4 months.
So you had a few months to write that set.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And then they changed it up on us. So for like 4 months, I had been preparing like a whole set. Like I had it memorized, and then like a week before we left, they were like, by the way, we're gonna change it. It's not gonna be a Kevin Hart roast now. It's gonna be Marshawn Lynch. And I had no idea who this guy was. I remember seeing the email and just started crying, and I was like, it's taken me 4 months to write these jokes. How am I supposed to write new ones? And then it was like an all hands on deck situation where I was like calling like all of my friends, being like, how's this joke? I don't know who this guy is. Do you know who this guy is? Like, tell me everything you know about him. And it was like, we all were like, all of us, all the comics are calling it, I'm about to quit. We're like, I'm not doing this show anymore.
Oh yeah.
We were all pissed off.
I'm shocked that more people didn't quit for the roast, because that's
I mean, one person did.
I know one person did, and I literally at home I was like,
right.
I was like, me, I would have quit.
Yeah, I mean, I hate roasts. I didn't want to be like, no, I didn't, because it was kind of an intro to the world of who you are. Yeah. It's like, I don't want like the first thing to be me saying like racist shit on Netflix.
I know.
But then it's like, whatever, try to make it my own.
And I think you did
the card I was handed. Yeah, I'm glad that it's over.
The one about Usama eating pussy with his hands, I think about that every day.
Thank you. That was maybe the best joke I've ever written.
I love that so much. Like, that was a true stroke of genius.
Thank you.
Also, because it's like, we know Usama too, and like we know that he's a sex addict. Love you. So it's like so much funnier to know that, and then to have that, I was like, oh,
yeah,
good,
that was fun. It was fun when I like, because we all knew each other.
Yeah.
Honestly, what wasn't fun is the audience would sometimes like moan after somebody said a joke. And it's like, okay, like we're all trying our best up. Like a lot of people made jokes about me having small boobs, and the audience would be like, oh, and I'm like, guys, like, I'm
like,
fine.
what? Do
like,
I not?
Do I not have small? And then it like just makes their set weird. That's actually a note Nikki Glazer gave us. Like when we were on the panel, she was like, you have to laugh at each other's jokes, because if a joke bombs, it's your fault for not laughing loud enough. Because that's like what happens during roast shows. When people say joke went too far, it's because the person didn't take it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like when they have like when they had like Ludacris on the roast, like there were jokes that all the jokes that people said went too far were jokes about him because he would get pissed about it. When it's like that joke actually wasn't too far, it was the same as everybody else's jokes, but he just reacted that way, so the audience felt bad for him.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, so like we all were like practicing like smiling.
And you're like,
yeah,
my small tits. You know what my favorite joke is on those panels, and this is how mentally ill I am. Like a lot of the times, like you got a couple like she doesn't eat jokes, and if that were me, I'd be like,
yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm thin. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's all you could. I thought that it was. What made me laugh is I thought I was gonna get a lot of jokes about how beautiful I am, and a lot of them were just like, she's autistic, right? And I was like, damn, I had no idea what my thing was gonna be at all. And I like said that to the comics. I was like, why are you guys all gonna roast me for like being hot? And they were like, what? I was like, okay, never mind.
Like, how do you roast someone for being hot? That's funny. She's pretty hot for an autistic girl.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the joke I would do about you.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have you ever like done roasts?
No, I mean, I did like my friend's birthday party. Like,
you roasted your friend?
it was Daniela Mora.
Oh, really? I think I remember missing the roast part of that party. How did that go?
That was fine. I mean,
is it fun to do a roast at a birthday party?
I mean, yeah, because it's like all amongst friends, and so like, who cares?
Kind of sounds fun.
And then I just got to, but like my joke about her is that she, if anyone at home knows about Daniela, she like speaks in riddles. Mm-hmm. She sounds like a toddler. Like sometimes I'm like with her and she'll say something and someone else is there and I have to translate. I feel like her mom because she's just like speaking like a
yes, and Daniela is
person. Yeah,
yeah.
Because she speaks in simile.
She has her own language.
She's a whole other thing going on, and it's really cool. But
it's very
it is
funny,
psychotic. Wait. So what's the nicest thing that Nick has ever done for you? In like and I'm not talking about a big gesture, like a small gesture.
Let me think.
Or favorite thing that he like does.
I mean, one time when it was our 6-month anniversary, we wrote like love letters to each other. That's and awesome. His was like the most beautiful thing I've ever read. It was like a work of art.
Wow.
Like it had like structure to it, and it was there were like metaphors and similes, and it was just so well. It was like poetry.
Wow.
Probably that was really nice. And mine was like, I love you, you're my boyfriend, la la la. And his was like actually like well.
He's like, you're the sun and the moon.
Yeah, his was like literature.
That's so crazy.
That was really nice. And then one thing that like I always like talk about is when I was doing the roast show, it was like the most stressful thing. Doing the Funny AF was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. And like I was so mentally ill. Like I would get pits in my stomach just thinking about it for months. Like it was consumed by thoughts. Like I couldn't hang out with friends. I was just so focused on the show. And he was really good at like making sure I was like eating and like sending me stuff and like just making sure like I was like, I need you to go above and beyond the next few months because I'm literally like, I'm dying. And he was like, did it like a champ and didn't complain.
He was like seen, heard.
He was like seen,
Wait,
heard.
he like loves an assignment.
Yeah, he loves an assignment.
That's the
Sometimes
thing.
you just have to tell him what to do.
Yeah, people like don't know this about boys. Like they just need direction.
Yeah, like I was like once a month, give me flowers.
And then now he does?
Yes, just like once a month.
They just don't
like
know.
Put a calendar reminder in your phone to go off once a month and give me flowers.
And then he's like, yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to tell them what to do.
Wait, what else do you tell them to do?
I say, okay, so we have this thing where like every 3 months we go on like a local trip or something like upstate. And then like every, I think year we try to go on like, we're going on like went to Spain last year.
Oh my God.
So we like go on a big trip and then like date night, like a really nice date night, like 2 nights a month.
That's
so
awesome.
we have like things we do like that. Because also we're both so busy and like we have to maintain our romance.
Yeah, you have to like.
Or else
really
we'll just
try.
like be in routine like all the time, like meeting up at 11 p.m. after spots, and it's like that's not really a relationship.
Like a life. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to like try.
Wait, that's so sweet. You know what's so funny? I don't even feel like I should and can ask for anything.
Really?
Yeah, my boyfriend's really good at like just doing stuff.
He just figures it out for you.
But he'll do anything, and I'm like,
yeah.
He when I got a UTI, he gave me flowers.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, I gave her a UTI," and I was like, "And you did."
Wait, is it because you don't know what to ask for?
I don't know what to ask for. I don't know what's okay to ask for. This week, though, I did say like I want to do something nice, like one-on-one this week, because like we're good about that. Like, I mean, we do stuff all the time, but I was starting to feel like I haven't really like stared into your eyes in a while. So I want to really do that.
I think he's good at like anticipating things you want.
Yeah.
And your needs. Maybe that's just what you need, where I like I know exactly what I need.
And so then you have to just say it.
So I have to just say it. But it's sweet that he like knows you.
Yeah, it is really
and
sweet.
You don't have to say like what you need, because that's hard for you.
It's so hard.
It's really hard for some people to say what they need. Like Nick is one of those people. Like I have to just like guess.
And it's good.
And yes, and I thought you said yes, and
guess and. And you're like
yes.
Yeah. Wait, so what are nice things you do for him?
Okay, so when we were first dating, for like maybe the first 6 or 7 months of our relationship, he like was going through a really hard time with his family, and so he just like needed to be alone a lot. So I would send him a lot of food. Like DoorDash him food, DoorDash him treats and stuff. So he loves letters, even something as small. I'll get him. And it's like things where I'm like, I have to keep remembering that he doesn't ask for stuff, because he never will ask for something.
Right.
So I have to like remind myself that he doesn't ask for stuff.
And then you have to like
and to just do something. Or like, I don't know, men are so simple. Like one night I just prepared food in like the living room and was like, come over, I have a surprise. And it was like his favorite meal in like a movie. Like that's little really shit nice. Like that is like,
by the way, that's so nice.
That's really nice.
If anyone did that for me, I'd throw up.
But we were literally going to eat dinner anyways and probably watch a movie. So like, you know, just like little things like that are like, I made it a little bit special for you.
Yeah.
Just a little bit special for you. I'm like, I need to start. I do that for my friends too. Like I like to give people stuff.
That's really nice.
You know?
You're a good person.
I don't think I am. I think it's just like I'm bad at like expressing love, so I have to do it in gifts and actions.
But that's a way to express love, no?
Totally. Totally.
I'm bad at speaking my feelings because it feels really vulnerable to me and I need to make a joke.
Whoa, I didn't know this about you. Yeah. I always feel like comics are supposed to be like really good at expressing themselves.
Oh, totally. Not me.
Whoa.
Not like when it matters. Like
if you're fighting, is it hard for you to say what you're upset about?
I'll cry and we don't fight.
Okay. Like, what do you mean you don't fight?
Like, when I'm fighting with anyone or
when you're fighting with your boyfriend?
With my boyfriend?
Yeah.
We don't really fight. Like, it's only been like 6 months. Mm-hmm. So there's that. But like, he did something that bothered me once and I cried and I said, I didn't like that. And he went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll never do that again. And then I was like, okay, sorry. And then, I did something that he didn't love recently, and he was like, hey, just letting you know I didn't love that. And I went, oh God, I can't believe I would do that to you. Actually, you know what's so fucked? Originally, so he brought the thing to me and I went, okay.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of received it and I was like, okay,
bad?
I don't know what to do. Yeah, I felt really, really bad. And then I was like, but that's who I am and how do I change me? And then I thought about it, and then I cried in his arms and went back to him, and I said, hey, and it's been on my mind. I feel really bad about what I did, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, can you ever move on from this? Can you forgive me? And he goes, I wasn't even thinking about it. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, sorry, I didn't like have, like in the moment, I didn't react this way. And he goes, oh no, I know you. Like, you just take like, if you hear something and then maybe you don't receive it right away, but then you take a few days and you get back to me and then you like actually like understand it and can process it and talk about it. And I was like, you just described my dad.
That sounds familiar to me.
That hit me so hard. I went, my dad.
Wait, so you cried after he told you the initial thing or after you processed the thing?
I cried both times.
Okay.
I cry a lot. Is that bad?
I don't know. I've heard that you're like crying can be perceived as manipulative, so I try not to cry.
Okay, so this is what I'm like, is that anti-woman or something?
Okay, this is what my theory on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I read this book about female anger, okay? And we're not always like told how to express anger. Like we don't see women like being angry growing up. We just see women crying. Mm-hmm. So we think like when we're angry or we're frustrated, we should just cry.
Yeah.
And so like that's what I used to do when I was fighting with people. I would just cry.
Well, I don't have anger. I there was a period in my life I started to tap into anger now more because of therapy.
Yeah.
But I don't I genuinely don't feel angry.
Yeah, you just like cry.
I feel sad and I feel bad about myself or I feel frustrated. It's all just sad, like tears. Like it's all just overwhelmed that turns into crying.
Yes, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like we just don't know how to express anger.
But also to call tears manipulation. I'm sure there's like an outlier of some person that like that is they're a bad sociopathic person that can control.
But I do notice when I cry, the fight ends. Like when I cry, the fight is over.
Really?
Yes. Like pretty consistently in relationships.
I try to communicate, hey, I'm going to cry. Just power through it so we can talk about it.
That's nice.
Pretend this isn't happening. Just know I'm going to be crying. And that's just me.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think because like I'm trying to think about like fights Nick and I have gotten in, and I don't think I've cried. I think there's been like one moment where I cried, but it was more of like a breakthrough. And then that was the end of the conversation. But there have been like past relationships where I just got so overwhelmed that I started crying and then we stopped talking about it.
Yeah, that's what you don't want because you still need to talk about it. And that's my fear too. I'm like, I also
We've
said
only
to my
been
boyfriend,
in like 2 fights. So it's like not like you have much data yet.
Yeah. But I just wanted to, I was like, just so you know, like I am going to cry. So it just doesn't matter. Just tell me anyway. Like, I don't want you to think like, oh, I'm going to make her cry so I can't talk about something with her. Like just, it's going to happen and you have to anyway.
Yeah, just power through it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I try to communicate that.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah,
I don't think that you're being manipulative. I just feel like when I do it, sometimes it's just because I like am feeling overwhelmed and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh, and then you cry.
And then I cry and I go, okay, this actually isn't really giving anything to the conversation at all. Yeah. And I get really defensive.
I get defensive.
I'm like really defensive in fights, and it's really hard for me to like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me because like my first instinct is like, you will hate me if I admit fault because then I will be wrong.
Yeah.
But that's like not mature.
But I get that.
Yeah, is that like a woman thing? Do we just like,
no, I think
stubborn?
That's an everyone thing. That's a man thing too.
Okay, it's just everybody just want to admit that they're wrong.
You don't want to admit that you're wrong, but actually admitting that you're wrong is the best thing you can do. That's sometimes all that's
then
all.
Why is it so hard?
Yeah, it's hard. But sometimes in my past, when I've admitted that I'm wrong, it's then in my family, it's been exploited.
What do you mean?
Then they're like, well, you're wrong. You said you were wrong. So you're the one that's wrong.
Oh, that's
Instead
bad.
of the thing that really happens when you have a caring, loving, mutual relationship is like, I'm wrong for this. Okay, great. I'm so glad you said that. I was wrong for this. Mm-hmm. Now we can move forward and we can meet in the middle and try and be better for each other.
There should really be like therapists that just are on standby, and like when you're in a fight, they just sit there and they watch you, and then they can conduct. Yeah.
And they give you like yellow cards.
I do actually like want to go to a couples therapist just because I'm curious what they say.
What it would be.
What are you gonna say to us? Break my mind.
But isn't the point of couples therapy like there's a problem and you know that there's a problem, so then you need the therapy?
No, I think some people just go to like help because there's problems in every relationship.
Sure.
Like every relationship has a problem, whether it's big or small. There's always a conversation you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I think it's like for those things. But then some people are like, oh, we're fucked and we're going to break up and this is like our last hope.
Yeah.
And then they go to therapy. But I think that you're supposed to go preventively.
Yeah.
If you have money and health insurance.
And like, why not?
And then like, why? Like Nick wanted me to go to like, you were talking about it and he suggested his therapist. And I'm like, okay, that's unfair.
No, you can't do that.
He's on your team.
Yeah, you need a mutual therapist.
We need a mutual. And also, like, I was trying to find a therapist, and he was like, you can see my guy. And I'm like, I can't see your guy.
No, we can't be seeing your guy.
We can't see the
also,
same guy.
His guy, like, wouldn't see you. That would be a conflict.
I think that he would. It's like his family's therapist. Like, the same therapist sees his mom, sees him. Him and his mom had gone to therapy together with this guy.
Oh.
Like, I think his brother came to his, like, it is his family's therapist.
Oh.
So it's not
he's like, come on.
Yeah, he's like, come on.
Get
over
here.
This is weird to me that he knows everything about you and like has heard so much about me,
but like only through you.
And like I do hate when we have arguments and he says that his therapist isn't on his side.
That's crazy.
Because I'm like, of course he is.
On your side, you framed it.
You're the only person that he's spoken to about this.
So one time I was like, I asked my boyfriend, like, does your therapist like me? And he goes, yeah, of course she does.
Oh my God, I think about it all the time.
And I go, that's good. And he goes, why? And I go, because she only knows what you've told her. So
I think about it all the time. I'm like, what does the therapist think about me?
Yeah. But it's only through his lens.
Yeah.
So the therapist feels exactly the way that your boyfriend feels.
Oh, but I don't know. I've definitely like loved guys who I could tell my therapist wanted me to stop seeing. It is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I gotta be alone with that guy in an elevator.
My therapist likes my boyfriend.
Oh, for sure. My therapist really likes my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I think it's like a really rewarding session for him every time.
Doesn't it? That's so funny. Yeah, because I started going to therapy after my worst breakup. And so she's seen me like through all of like the terrible decisions that I've made over the past few years. And then now I'm like with this guy that's actually like nice to me and stuff. And I can tell like every single time she's like, you did it. She's like, let's go. Like,
she's proud.
Yeah, and she's just like helping me not fuck it up.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I need somebody to help me not fuck it up.
That's the hard part.
And like I'm on Medicaid right now, and I need like the therapists aren't so good on there.
Sure,
it's kind of the bottom.
You
of the
need
barrel.
a sliding scale situation.
I need like a real lady to come in there and really get my shit together.
Yeah.
Because I have stuff to work on.
We all do.
But specifically burnout. I get burned out so quickly.
Well, stand-up's pretty
It's really hard.
Body and soul.
And then you're like balancing a relationship and friendships. It's really hard.
Yeah, and you're like, I have nothing left.
I have literally nothing left.
Okay, so what is a final thing that you would say to the men who think that they have to be mean to women?
Oh, okay. I totally forgot we were talking about that.
Yeah, me too, frankly.
Okay, so I guess you can treat women however you want, but if it's not going to be the result maybe that you desire if you're going to be mean to them.
Right?
I think what you desire is probably companionship, and the only way to do that is by being yourself.
And being nice and trying. Also, I think that being kind begets kindness back.
What does that mean?
Because like if you're...
Baguette.
Baguette?
Baguette.
Gets.
You get it back.
You get it back.
Yes, and...
You out and you get back.
Yeah, kindness gets kindness.
Exactly.
And if she dumps you, you don't want to be with her.
Yeah. And that's what you really have to remember.
But they probably want like a real bad bitch. And it's like, you might have to accept that you don't get a bad bitch at the end of the day. This is my theory in New York City, is that like a bad bitch fucked up and like fucked this weird guy. Now this weird guy thinks he gets a bad bitch.
Yeah.
And I think you need to be honest with yourself about what you get.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing.
That's number one.
Number one is
and
lower your
don't be
expectations.
mad or just be realistic about your expectations.
Yeah, be realistic about your expectations.
And be nice to people. Also, I think that guys really stand a chance of batting way up if they're just cool and normal.
I really, like, I feel like I, like, have a pretty, like, I love who I love, and, like, I've never held them to, like, a standard of, like, beauty. And I'm like, it's crazy that, like, men do that. And I'm like, I want to get in their minds and be like, this would be easier for you if you didn't do this. Like, you remember that guy in Love is Blind? Did you ever watch that show?
I've seen clips. I mean, I have seen it, but not.
There's guys who just can't get over how the woman looks, and he's like, she's the love of my life, but she has a little tummy, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you need to work on that.
That means that guy isn't like is gay or something. Like, I don't think that.
I don't think that it means he's gay. I think he's truly delusional about what he thinks he deserves or something.
Really, but to value something that's
I know it's crazy,
insignificant, especially long term if you're looking for a life partner.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
And like, imagine that your wife gets fucking pregnant. What are you gonna do?
No, I think there's a lot of men like that. That's why they cheat on their wives.
Oh, totally.
I think that's like, if that's you gotta work on that. Although I don't think you're listening to this podcast.
I know they're definitely not on this podcast, but maybe those guys should continue being mean to women. So then women have to like be like, oh, well, that's like a bad person, and then women have to just take seriously like who's bad and who's not.
Yeah, like I could see, like I read this article on Substack where a woman found her boyfriend's AI questions, and one of them was like not attracted to her, basically.
Totally.
Like that's frail and brittle was what he said.
Oh, you think I'm skinny?
Yes, yeah.
That would be.
She's an eating disorder.
At this point, well, yeah, of course. At this point, and don't we all? At this point, if my boyfriend wants to distract me or placate me, he will just be like, "You look so thin," and then I go, "Wait." And I'm like, oh, I'm not healed at all.
Yeah, I'm mentally ill.
So bad up here.
I know, our poor boyfriends.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Anyway, should we play Notes App Roulette really fast?
What's that?
Let's do it.
What's that?
It's a game. Do you have your phone?
It's over there.
Do you want to grab it?
Yeah. Do you see it?
Let's go, Jesse.
Yeah, that's me. I think so. Yeah, that's me. So what am I doing?
Okay. Open your Notes app.
Okay. My mom loves to notify me on Do Not Disturb.
Ugh. Oh, she did notify anyway?
Yeah, she loved to do
She's
that.
like, well, you're my daughter, so what do you mean? What do you mean you can't? I can't disturb you. I'm your mother. I can't disturb you. Okay. So I'm on my joke app because I found too many poems, but I have a joke note.
Wait, I'm just going to scroll?
So what's going to happen is I'm going to say scroll, and then I'll say stop, and then you have to stop and then read whatever you land on.
Okay.
So you can do this in like your Notes app or like if you have like a joke thing or like whatever.
I'm just doing it on here?
Yeah, just your regular Notes app.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
You should wait a minute. Okay, now you can say something.
Scroll, stop.
Okay. Apple ID, ocarter111@gmail.com.
Don't read your password.
Insta, ogcarter. Netflix, bcarter929@gmail.com. Password, William11. That's not real anymore, so.
So it's just an old password.
Yeah.
It's still in there.
Still in there.
You're like, just in case. That's so funny. This is a joke that I did online, I guess. Oh, this is scary. When you start seeing someone every day, you're like, oh no, this is so bad. I love it. Let's keep going. I'd do it again. That's what I wrote.
That's a really honest note. Now I'm curious what's in here. I don't really have anything that great. I have like an old roast joke from like 5 years ago.
In a note? Wait.
Yeah, let's read it.
Keep scrolling. Wait, scroll, stop.
Queer Lin-Manuel Miranda over here has everything shows are looking for. He's not white. He's a lesbian. The only thing he's missing is a single joke. Just one. Yet, given his father's eulogy was the biggest he was looking for, I don't even know. I don't even know.
When you read
this
something,
is like the worst roast joke ever.
You're just saying that he's a gay girl?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
Okay. Gabe books a show called Campfire Stories, which is basically just a show about white people trying acid, and he ended up booking his girlfriend, which goes to show if you want to sleep your way to the top, don't do it with Gabe. I mean, these are just mean and not funny.
That's the thing with roast jokes. They're so hard to make funny and they're so easy to make mean.
It's so embarrassing. Like some of my jokes, like I used to do roast shows like maybe like 5 years ago, 6 years ago in Chicago when I first started stand up. Yeah. And they made a collage of me doing them after the roast show came out and put them on their YouTube page. I was like, why would you do this to me? This is really rude. And I commented, why would you do that? Why would you do this?
Oh no.
They're really bad. No one should ever, like, even reading that was like, I want to kill myself.
Totally, and I get that.
And you should.
This is and don't do it. Okay. The position of the pod is don't do that.
Okay.
Okay. Mine is a poem, or the beginning of a poem.
You wrote this?
That I wrote.
Okay.
I write poems.
Aw.
Thank you. Well, it's funny because I think that was what I was trying to say earlier, is that I can't articulate a normal emotion like I like you, but I can read you like a 5-stanza poem where I like explain the depth of my feeling.
That's beautiful.
Sure.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Whenever I've told someone I love them in the past, it was like throwing a grenade into the brush. It was never really I love you, but more like goodbye.
That's a Taylor Swift lyric.
Bro. I'm the Taylor Swift of TikTok.
I like it. I wish I had more vulnerable stuff on here to share with. I mean, those roast jokes were pretty vulnerable.
That was really vulnerable.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm really sorry, Gabe.
Sorry, Gabe. Sorry, Gabe of Campfire Comedy. Anyway, that was great.
Yay.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course, I have to pee really bad.
I get that. The coffee really goes through you.
Pee time.
Okay. Do you wait, quickly before you pee, do you want to say anything about where you're going to be?
Okay, yeah. When does this come out? When does this come out?
Next week.
Okay, I'm going to be in Dallas and in Illinois, Rosemont, Illinois, Zanies. And then I'm going to be in Houston.
Let's fucking go.
So come see me live.
When are you in Houston?
I'm in Houston, like I'm taking a break for the 4th of July, and then that week after, I think.
The week after 4th of July. Oh my God, I'm going to be there right before that.
Woo! Come see us in Houston.
Yeah, well, not doing stand-up. I'll come back for stand-up.
Go find her.
Never mind. Okay, I forget I said anything. Okay, bye!
Bye!
And that was our episode with Olivia Carter. Wow, we did not stay on topic very well, did we? But I liked learning about her and her relationship with her boyfriend and how no relationship is the same, because we kind of have like opposite ways of operating in a relationship, and I thought that was very illuminating and beautiful. But I think the thesis is, if you are thinking that there are rules to dating, just know that there aren't, and just be normal and nice, I think, unfortunately. And that does suck because you wanna have like a bylaw or whatever, but I think the reality is just like straight up chill, and whatever works for you is right. Ooh, sorry. Anyway, if you want to see me on tour, guess what? You can. I'm going to be in Edinburgh. That's like the big next thing. Dublin, Manchester, and then Edinburgh. So tickets are live on my website. And then I have a bunch of really cool stuff coming up in the fall. So keep an eye out for that. But I think some tickets are live. We have Raleigh, North Carolina. I think that's Halloween weekend. I have Portland, Seattle, Vancouver. I have Atlanta, Georgia, and Austin, Texas. Whoa. Anyway, you guys are the best. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you liked it. Please let me know if you did. Comment, like, subscribe, send it to a friend, send it to your ex who you're not friends with anymore. And we'll see you next week. Mwah. Love you. Bye.